Have you ever been told that science and the Bible are at odds? Does embracing scientific evidence mean rejecting the divine power of creation? But what if these two realms are more aligned than you think? Let's explore this intriguing question. Does science conflict with the Bible? These are the types of content I make. If you're interested and want to discover more interesting stories you may not know yet, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss upcoming videos. Many educated individuals assume that belief in one negates the belief in the other as if they are inherently contradictory. There's a palpable curiosity about how science and the Bible relate, if at all. Today, we'll explore this relationship and uncover whether science and the Bible truly clash. To begin, let's define our terms. We'll discuss the following. What is science and how is it discovered? What does the Bible contain? And finally, does science conflict with the Bible? This video is based on information from reliable sources and my research. I encourage you to conduct your own investigations and think critically before forming any conclusions. The internet is a vast resource of ideas and information, and it is your responsibility to set the parameters for your beliefs and decisions. Do not accept anything without analysis, and do not ignore obvious facts when you encounter them. This channel is dedicated to promoting values such as respect, fairness, peace, freedom, and life. My goal is to foster thoughtful discussion, not arguments. Let's learn together. Let's start by defining science. According to Webster's Third New International Dictionary, science stems from the Latin word scientia, meaning knowledge. Science is essentially knowledge, a vital component of our daily lives. But how is scientific knowledge acquired? In Chemistry for Changing Times by John W. Hill, science is described as the theoretical framework that gives meaning to our factual knowledge. This framework is ever evolving, constantly reevaluated and revised as new data emerges. Why is it called a theoretical framework? Because it's dynamic, adapting to new discoveries. This process of change is crucial as it reflects the pursuit of truth. Scientists, like all humans, use intuition and generalize from limited facts. Sometimes they err. As Science, God, and You by Enno Woltvis notes, what is considered scientifically true today may not hold tomorrow. Science is a journey towards truth. Conclusions may shift as new data is obtained. Now let's compare this with the Bible. We've learned that the Bible's words are not human words, but God's. Unlike science, which is subject to change, God's words are consistent and eternal. As 2 Samuel 7:28 states, "Your words are true." There's no need for experimentation to reach the truth. God's words are inherently true. Why is this? According to 1 John 3:20, God is greater than our heart and knows all things. Unlike scientists who are limited in knowledge, God is omniscient. This is why God's words remain unchanged and true, as Isaiah 48 affirms, "The word of our God stands forever." So, does science conflict with the Bible? The answer is no, but it depends on what's presented as science. Since science is a process, its alignment with the Bible depends on where it is in its pursuit of truth. When science reaches factual truth, it aligns with the Bible. For example, the once held belief that the earth was flat was corrected by science, aligning with Isaiah 40:22, which describes the earth as a circle. Similarly, Job 26:7 mentions the earth hanging on nothing and an empty northern sky, a truth confirmed by telescopes, revealing that celestial bodies and the earth could move unsupported and hang on nothing, and that the north sky is an empty space. These examples illustrate that science, when it catches up, aligns with the Bible. True science and biblical truths coexist harmoniously. The history of science shows that what we consider true today might change tomorrow. Science is not constant or absolute because it can be wrong. What was once accepted as scientific fact may not be true today, and what we believe now might change in the future. Science will continue to evolve until it reaches the ultimate truth. Isaiah 48 says, "The grass withers, the flower fades, but the word of our God stands forever." This means that while science changes, God's words remain unchanged and absolute. The Bible's truths withstand scrutiny and remain true. For example, people once believed the earth was flat. It wasn't until Magellan's voyage in the 16th century that it was proven to be round. However, the Bible in Isaiah 40:22 already described the earth as round over 700 years before Christ. It took science much longer to confirm this. Ancient Greeks and Romans thought poles or atlas held up the earth. Today, we know this isn't true. The Bible, in Job 26:7 states, "He hangs the earth on nothing," which science later confirmed. Another example is the stars. Ancient people believed there were only a few thousand stars. It wasn't until the invention of the telescope that we discovered countless stars. Yet Jeremiah 33:22 in the Bible already says the stars are as impossible to count as grains of sand. God could declare these truths long before science discovered them, because as Psalm 8:3 suggests, God created the heavens and knows all things. How did the authors of the Bible gain such insights despite their limited knowledge and the absence of advanced technology in their era? In Daniel 12:4, it is written, "But you, Daniel, keep this prophecy a secret. Seal up the book until the time of the end, when many will rush here and there, and knowledge will increase." God not only guided them, but also watched over them as they carried out this task. Similarly, Revelation 10:4 states, "When the seven thunders spoke, I was preparing to write, but just then I heard a voice from heaven say, 'Seal up what the seven thunders spoke, and do not write it down.'" The Apostle John was about to document what the seven thunders had uttered, but God intervened, instructing him not to write it down. Those entrusted with the task of recording the words of our Lord God in the Bible were guided by our Father in heaven. God directed them on what to write and what not to write, ensuring they made no mistakes. In summary, science is a systematic pursuit of truth, while the Bible contains the unchanging words of God. When science completes its process, it aligns with biblical truths. This harmony invites us to consider the Bible's teachings deeply. So, what do you think? Drop your theories in the comments. I'm dying to hear your take. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more fascinating dives into Bible mysteries, science, and everything in between. Until next time, stay curious and keep asking the big questions. Our channel is your ultimate destination for captivating, meticulously researched stories that you won't find anywhere else. Are you weary of dull explanations or monotonous delivery of topics? Your search ends here. I dive deep to uncover every intriguing detail, infusing life into these extraordinary narratives. These are the stories you'll be excited to share at your next gathering. Stories so exclusive, they'll leave everyone else in awe. Remember, it's crucial to select content that offers something worthwhile.